Welcome back to the Gold IRA Blueprint. Today we're going to do a deep dive into American Hartford Gold.
Okay.
You've been looking at them as you think about diversifying your retirement portfolio and
Right.
adding a Gold IRA to the mix.
Yeah. Seems like a smart move.
So let's unpack what American Hartford Gold brings to the table, how it all works, and delve into both the potential benefits and the risks of incorporating gold into your retirement strategy. If you're already thinking about exploring your options, we have something special for you. Head over to goldirablueprint.com, exclusive for a free checklist. It's designed to help you choose the right gold IRA company for your needs.
Great.
It's packed with valuable tips, questions to ask, and things to consider. But for now, let's get back to American Hartford Gold. What exactly are we dealing with here?
So for my research, they appear to be a well-regarded precious metals dealer based in Los Angeles.
Okay.
They seem to specialize in gold IRAs, but they also offer cash accounts and direct purchases of gold and other precious metals.
And they boast an A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau, right? What exactly does that mean in this context?
That A-plus rating is a significant factor. It goes beyond just a good score. It signifies that the Better Business Bureau has vetted American Hartford Gold and found them to meet their strict standards for ethical business practices.
Okay.
This includes transparency and advertising responsiveness to customer complaints and a demonstrated commitment to resolving any issues fairly.
That's great to know.
So it's a strong indicator of their reliability and trustworthiness.
So let's say you're ready to take the plunge. How does the whole process work if you decide to invest with American Hartford Gold?
Well, it seems fairly straightforward. They offer various account types to cater to different needs. You have traditional and Roth IRAs, both offering tax advantages, specifically designed for retirement savings.
Right.
And if those tax benefits aren't a priority for you, they also offer cash accounts.
Okay.
This flexibility is great for those who might have different investment goals or time horizons.
You mentioned earlier that they provide guidance throughout the process. What does that guidance actually look like?
From what I've gathered, they seem to offer a hands-on approach. They have specialists who can guide you through every step of the process, from setting up your account to selecting the specific gold investments that align with your objectives.
Okay.
This is particularly valuable for those who are new to investing in gold and might feel overwhelmed by the options.
That level of personalized support can make a world of difference, especially when you're dealing with something as important as your retirement savings. Now let's talk about the gold itself. What kinds of gold can you actually invest in with American Hartford Gold?
They offer a range of options, which is pretty standard in this industry. Gold coins, gold bars, and something called IRA-approved coins.
IRA-approved coins.
This variety caters to different preferences and investment strategies.
Okay.
Some people prefer the aesthetic appeal and historical significance of coins, while others might lean towards the practicality of gold bars.
You piqued my curiosity with those IRA-approved coins.
Ah.
What makes them different from any other gold coin?
That's where the IRS steps in with some specific regulations. Not just any gold coin can be tucked away in your IRA.
Right.
The IRS has strict requirements regarding the purity and fineness of gold eligible for an IRA.
Got it.
So IRA-approved coins meet those specific criteria, ensuring that the gold in your retirement account meets the IRS's quality standards.
So I can't just grab a vintage gold coin from my grandfather's collection and call it a day.
Unfortunately not.
Okay.
The IRS is very particular about ensuring that the gold held in your IRA is a legitimate investment-grade asset
Right.
that meets their standards.
Okay.
This protects you as an investor and ensures the integrity of the IRA system.
Interesting. So we've been talking about physical gold. What about gold ETFs? Are those part of American Hartford Gold's offerings?
While their primary focus seems to be on physical gold, it's worth discussing gold ETFs.
Right.
They offer another avenue for investing in gold. Without physically owning the metal,
Okay.
gold ETFs are funds traded on stock exchanges, providing a way to track the gold market's performance. Imagine it like buying a tiny slice of a giant gold bar digitally, of course. You can buy and sell these shares just like stocks, offering a level of liquidity and convenience that physical gold might not provide.
Okay. So we're venturing into the world of choices here. What are the key pros and cons of opting for physical gold versus taking the gold ETF route?
That's where things get interesting with physical gold. You have the tangible asset in your possession.
Right.
And for many people, that provides a sense of security and peace of mind.
Right.
You can hold it, feel its weight, and know that it's a real asset that you own. However, there are considerations like storage and security. Do you have a safe place to keep it? How will you insure it against loss or theft?
That's a valid point. A gold bar under the mattress might not be the most secure or practical solution.
Exactly.
Okay.
Gold ETFs, on the other hand, offer that ease of trading and liquidity. You can buy and sell them quickly with just a few clicks, and you don't have to worry about the logistics of storing and insuring a physical asset. However, you're not directly owning the gold itself. You're investing in a fund that tracks its price, so there's a layer of separation there.
Okay.
Ultimately, the best choice depends on your individual needs, risk tolerance, and investment philosophy.
It sounds like a conversation with a financial advisor might be in order to figure out the best fit. Speaking of which, don't forget about that free checklist we mentioned earlier. It's available at goldirblueprint.com/exclusive and can help you navigate the process of choosing the right gold IRA company if you decide to move forward. Now let's get to the heart of the matter. Why would you even consider investing in gold in the first place? What are the potential benefits that make it so appealing, especially for retirement planning?
Gold has long been touted as a portfolio diversifier, a hedge against inflation, and a safe haven asset during times of economic turmoil. Let's delve into each of these benefits to understand why they matter to you.
That sounds like a plan. Let's
Yeah.
start with diversification. What exactly does that mean for someone's retirement portfolio? It's a term we hear thrown around a lot, but I'm not sure everyone truly understands its implications.
Think of it like this. You wouldn't put all your eggs in one basket, would you? Diversification is about spreading your investments across different asset classes like stocks, bonds, real estate,
Right.
and of course precious metals like gold.
Right.
The idea is that different asset classes tend to react differently to market fluctuations.
Okay, so I get the general concept of diversification, but why is gold considered such a good diversifier, particularly in the context of retirement planning?
Gold has historically exhibited a unique behavior compared to traditional assets like stocks and bonds.
Right.
When the stock market takes a downturn, gold often holds its value or even increases in price. This is because investors often flock to gold as a safe haven during times of economic uncertainty,
Right.
driving up demand and consequently its price.
Puts us like a counterbalance to the potential ups and downs of the stock market.
Exactly.
That can be particularly valuable during retirement when you're relying on your savings to generate income.
Exactly. By including gold in your retirement portfolio, you're potentially reducing your overall risk.
Right.
If the stock market dips, your gold holdings could help offset those losses and protect your overall savings.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal. Now, what about gold as a hedge against inflation? This feels especially relevant given the current economic climate. How does gold fit into that equation?
Inflation is a real concern for retirees as it erodes the purchasing power of their savings over time. When inflation rises, the cost of goods and services goes up and the value of the dollar decreases.
Right.
This means your hard-earned savings might not buy as much as they used to.
I'm definitely feeling that at the grocery store these days. Prices are creeping up everywhere.
It's a reality we're all facing, but gold has historically held its value during inflationary periods,
Right.
acting as a sort of shield against the erosion of purchasing power. Because gold is a finite resource with a limited supply, it tends to retain its value even when the value of fiat currencies like the US dollar declines.
Okay.
Think of it as a way to preserve your purchasing power during times when the value of money itself is fluctuating.
So incorporating gold into my retirement portfolio could potentially help me maintain my standard of living, even if inflation continues to be a concern.
Precisely, it's like a safety net that can help you weather the storm of rising prices and ensure your savings maintain their real value over the long term.
That makes a lot of sense. Now let's move on to the last benefit. You mentioned gold as a safe haven asset. Can you explain what that means in practical terms, especially for someone planning for retirement?
Imagine a scenario where the economy is experiencing turbulence.
Right.
Maybe there's political instability, a stock market crash, or a global event that shakes investor confidence.
Sure.
In such situations, people often turn to gold as a safe haven, a tangible asset that has historically held its value during times of crisis.
Yeah.
Think of it as a way to protect a portion of your wealth from the potential fallout of these unforeseen events.
So it's like an insurance policy for your retirement savings,
Exactly.
a way to mitigate the potential impact of unexpected economic shocks.
While gold is not a guaranteed solution, it can provide a level of stability and peace of mind during uncertain times.
Okay.
It's an asset that has a long history of weathering financial storms,
Right.
and for retirees, that can be incredibly valuable.
Okay. I have to admit, gold is starting to sound pretty attractive right now.
Mm.
But before I rush out and buy a gold bar, let's talk about the flip side of the coin. What are the risks associated with investing in gold that I need to be aware of?
You're absolutely right. It's crucial to understand both sides of the equation before making any investment decisions.
Yeah.
Gold, like any investment, comes with its own set of risks, and it's important to weigh those carefully against the potential benefits.
Well, we're here to provide you with a comprehensive picture so you can make an informed decision. So let's dive into those risks. What are the potential downsides of investing in gold?
One key risk to consider is price volatility. The price of gold, like any commodity, can fluctuate significantly in the short term. It can go up and down based on various factors, including global events, economic conditions, and investor sentiment. So while gold has historically performed well over the long term, it's not immune to short-term fluctuations.
So it's not a get-rich-quick scheme or a guaranteed path to instant wealth.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Gold should be viewed as a long-term investment strategy, part of a diversified portfolio. While it has the potential to appreciate in value over time, it's not a magic bullet for immediate returns.
Okay, that's an important point to understand. What about storage costs? You mentioned this earlier in the context of physical gold. How significant of a factor are these costs?
If you decide to invest in physical gold, secure storage is a necessity.
Right.
You'll need to consider options like a personal safe, a bank deposit box, or a professional vault. Each option comes with its own set of costs and considerations. Personal safes can be expensive to purchase and might not provide the level of security you need for a substantial gold investment. Bank deposit boxes can offer some level of security, but they often have limited space and might not be insured for the full value of your gold. Professional vaults provide the highest level of security, but they typically charge annual fees based on the value of your holdings.
So these storage costs can potentially eat into your returns if you're not careful.
Exactly. It's essential to factor these costs into your overall investment strategy and calculate how they might impact your potential gains.
Good point. Now let's talk about counterparty risk. What exactly does that entail and why should it matter to me?
Counterparty risk, in simple terms, is the risk that the other party involved in a transaction might not fulfill their obligations.
Okay.
In the context of gold investing, this could mean a dealer failing to deliver the gold you purchased, or a financial institution backing a gold product becoming insolvent.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that trust and due diligence are paramount in the world of investing.
So it's about choosing your partners wisely and doing your homework before making any commitments.
Precisely, you want to ensure that you're dealing with reputable and financially sound entities to mitigate the potential for counterparty risk.
Okay.
That's why it's crucial to research dealers, check their ratings with organizations like the Better Business Bureau, and read reviews from other investors.
Right.
Information is power, and it can help you make informed decisions that protect your interests.
Okay, I'm seeing a recurring theme here. Knowledge is key. The more you know, the better equipped you are to navigate the complexities of investing and make choices that align with your goals and risk tolerance.
I couldn't agree. More informed investors are empowered investors.
Right.
They can ask the right questions, evaluate their options, and ultimately make decisions that serve their best interests.
Well said. We've covered a lot of ground today. From the fundamentals of American Hartford Gold to the mechanics of how it all works, the types of gold available, and the potential benefits and risks of adding gold to your retirement portfolio. Before we wrap up this part of our deep dive, let's take a moment to recap what we've learned.
That's a great idea. It's always helpful to pause and synthesize the information before moving on to the next phase of our exploration.
Okay, so let's recap. We've learned that American Hartford Gold is a well-regarded precious metals dealer that specializes in gold IRAs and offers various account types to suit different needs. We've also delved into the different ways you can invest in gold, from physical gold to gold ETFs, and explored the pros and cons of each approach. We've discussed the potential benefits of investing in gold, including its role as a portfolio diversifier, a hedge against inflation, and a safe haven asset.
And equally importantly, we've discussed the risks associated with gold investing, including price volatility, storage costs, and counterparty risk. We've emphasized the importance of doing your research, understanding the fees involved, and choosing reputable partners to mitigate these risks.
Exactly. We've covered a lot of information, and it's a lot to process. But remember, we're here to help you navigate this complex landscape.
Yeah.
So what do you say we take a short break and come back to explore the next steps involved in actually investing with American Hartford Gold, including the fees involved and what other investors are saying about their experiences?
That sounds like a great plan. We'll see you back here soon.
Welcome back. I'm ready to delve deeper into the nuts and bolts of actually investing with American Hartford Gold. Where do we even begin?
The crucial first step is reaching out to one of their gold specialists.
Okay,
They are there to guide you through the entire process. Think of them as your personal Sherpas on this gold investment journey.
got it.
They will assess your needs and answer any questions you have, making sure you're comfortable every step of the way.
So it's not as simple as clicking buy now on a website.
Investing in gold, especially for retirement, is a significant decision. It's not like buying a pair of shoes online. It warrants a conversation with an expert who can tailor the approach to your specific goals and risk tolerance.
Makes sense. What happens after that initial consultation? What's the next step in the process?
Based on your conversation with the specialist, you'll decide whether a gold IRA or a direct purchase aligns better with your objectives.
Okay.
Each path has its own advantages and considerations.
Could you remind us of the key differences between those two options?
A gold IRA or individual retirement account offers tax advantages specifically designed for retirement savings.
Right.
This means your investments grow tax-deferred,
Hmm.
so you don't pay taxes on them until you withdraw the funds during retirement. It's a way to potentially maximize your savings and minimize your tax burden over the long term.
That sounds appealing from a tax perspective. When would a direct purchase be a more suitable option?
Direct purchases are ideal if you prioritize immediate access to your gold. You'll have physical possession of the metal, whether you choose coins or bars. However, you won't get the same tax benefits as with a gold IRA. It really comes down to your individual circumstances and investment goals.
So it's a trade-off between immediate ownership and potential tax advantages. Let's say I've had my consultation, weighed the options, and am ready to take the plunge. What happens next?
Then it's paperwork time.
Uh-oh.
But don't worry, American Hartford Gold guides you through the entire process.
Okay.
They will help you complete all the necessary documentation to formalize your investment and ensure everything is compliant with IRS regulations.
Okay.
This streamlined approach can alleviate a lot of the stress associated with paperwork.
Compliance is always a good thing, especially when it comes to financial matters. Can you give us a sense of what kind of paperwork is involved?
You can expect account applications agreements outlining the terms of your investment and forms related to your chosen storage method. It might sound daunting, but their team is there to make it as smooth as possible.
That level of support can make a big difference. Now let's address the fees associated with American Hartford Gold. Transparency is essential, especially when it comes to finances. What kind of costs can you expect?
American Hartford Gold is upfront about their fee structure, which is a positive sign.
Good.
They typically have an application fee, annual storage fees, insurance fees, and transaction fees. Each fee serves a specific purpose and contributes to the overall management and security of your investment.
Let's break down each fee category. Starting with the application fee, what should you anticipate?
It's generally a one-time fee charged when you open your account. It covers the administrative costs of setting everything up. Think of it as a small investment in getting the ball rolling.
Fair enough. What about storage fees? How do those work?
Storage fees are typically charged annually and cover the cost of securely storing your gold. The fees can vary depending on the amount of gold you have and the storage type you choose. High security vaults will generally cost more than a basic safe deposit box. It's like renting a high-tech climate-controlled apartment for your gold.
So more gold equals more security and consequently higher fees. What about insurance? Is that another recurring cost?
Insurance fees are crucial to protect your investment from loss or theft. The cost of insurance will depend on the value of your gold and the level of coverage you choose. It's similar to insuring any other valuable asset like a car or a house. You're protecting your investment against unforeseen circumstances.
That makes sense. Lastly, let's talk about transaction fees. What should you keep in mind when it comes to buying or selling gold?
Transaction fees are charged when you buy or sell gold. These fees can fluctuate based on market conditions and the amount of gold you're transacting. It's always a good idea to factor these fees into your calculations when making buying or selling decisions. Think of them as the cost of doing business in the gold market.
So being informed about these fees can help you make strategic choices that align with your investment goals. Now, I'm curious about what other investors are saying about American Hartford Gold. Do they live up to their promises?
That's a great question. Customer reviews and ratings can offer valuable insights into a company's performance and reputation.
Right.
Fortunately, American Hartford Gold seems to have a stellar track record.
That's good to hear. What are people saying about their experiences?
From what I've seen on platforms like Trustpilot and Consumer Affairs, they have overwhelmingly positive feedback.
Oh.
People praise their transparency, professionalism, and the helpfulness of their staff. It seems like they go above and beyond to ensure their clients feel informed and confident throughout the entire investment journey.
Are there any specific themes or recurring compliments that stand out?
Many reviewers highlight the smooth transaction process, clear communication, and the abundance of educational resources provided. It suggests that American Hartford Gold is committed to empowering their clients with knowledge and making the entire investment process as user-friendly as possible.
That's reassuring to know. It's always encouraging to see a company prioritize customer satisfaction and go the extra mile to provide a positive experience. It speaks volumes about their commitment to building long-term relationships. Now, before we move on to our final part, let's take a moment to touch on a key aspect we briefly mentioned earlier. That free checklist available at goldirblueprint.com/self-exclusive. Can you tell us a bit more about it and how it can benefit our listeners?
Absolutely. If you're serious about exploring a gold IRA or any other gold investment, that checklist is an invaluable resource.
Okay,
It's packed with tips, questions to ask potential providers, and essential factors to consider when making your decision. It's like having a roadmap for your gold IRA journey.
that sounds incredibly helpful, and it's completely free, right?
That's right. It's a free resource designed to empower you with the knowledge you need to make informed decisions about your financial future.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this segment. We've explored the steps involved in investing with American Hartford Gold, delved into their fee structure, and highlighted the positive feedback they've received from other investors. Before we move on to the final part of our deep dive, do you have any closing thoughts or key takeaways for our listeners? Welcome back to the Gold IRA Blueprint. We're wrapping up our deep dives into American Hartford Gold, and I have to say, I'm feeling pretty well informed about them as a potential option for my retirement portfolio.
I agree. We've explored their background, how they operate, the various ways you can invest with them, the potential benefits and risks of incorporating gold into your retirement plan, and even peeked into what their customers have to say.
It's been a thorough journey, but before we close the vault on this topic, I want to circle back to a crucial aspect. That might be on your mind: legitimacy. Is American Hartford Gold the real deal? Can you trust them with your hard-earned retirement savings?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And based on all the information we've gathered, the answer seems to be a resounding yes.
I'm all ears. What makes you so confident about their legitimacy?
Let's start with that A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau we discussed earlier. It's not just a shiny badge on their website. It carries real weight. Earning an A-plus rating from the BBB involves a rigorous vetting process. They examine a company's business practices, track record, customer complaint history, and transparency.
Okay.
It signifies that American Hartford Gold has met these stringent standards and demonstrates a commitment to ethical conduct.
So it's a pretty big deal then, not just a marketing gimmick. What else contributes to their credibility?
Well, they're a family-owned business, which often suggests a different approach compared to large corporations. Family-owned businesses tend to prioritize long-term relationships, building trust, and a reputation for integrity. It's not just about the bottom line, but about carrying on a legacy.
I like that it adds a personal touch and a sense of accountability. What about their presence in the media? Have they been featured or endorsed by any notable figures?
Absolutely. They've received significant media coverage and have even been endorsed by well-known personalities. This level of visibility and recognition speaks to their credibility and reinforces their legitimacy in the industry.
Okay, the evidence is piling up. It's not just talk. They seem to walk the walk. And anything else I should consider?
Don't forget those glowing customer reviews we discussed, consistently positive feedback across multiple platforms like Trustpilot and Consumer Affairs, provides further validation. Real people sharing their positive experiences is a powerful testament to a company's legitimacy and commitment to customer satisfaction.
That's true. It's hard to fake that kind of widespread praise, all right. I'm convinced American Hartford Gold appears to be a legitimate and trustworthy option for anyone looking to diversify their retirement portfolio with gold.
Based on our analysis, I'd say they check all the boxes. Strong ratings, positive customer feedback, transparent fees, and a well-defined process. They seem to prioritize customer education and guidance, which is crucial in the world of investing.
So for our listeners who are intrigued by the idea of investing in gold with American Hartford Gold, what's the best next step they can take?
The most prudent step, as with any financial decision, is to gather more information and speak directly with one of their specialists.
Okay.
American Hartford Gold offers free consultations, so there's no obligation or risk involved in reaching out to them. It's an opportunity to ask those lingering questions, get personalized advice tailored to your specific situation, and determine if they are the right fit for your needs and goals.
That's a great point. Investing is a personal journey, and what works for one person might not be suitable for another. Seeking expert guidance is crucial, especially when dealing with something as important as your retirement savings. And to help our listeners on that journey, I want to remind you about that fantastic free checklist we mentioned earlier.
Oh, yes, that checklist is a fantastic resource. I highly recommend taking advantage of it.
We've partnered with Gold IRA Blueprint to offer this checklist specifically designed to help you choose the right Gold IRA company for your needs. It's packed with valuable tips, questions to ask, and factors to consider.
It's like having a roadmap to navigate the often complex world of gold IRAs.
Exactly. And it's completely free. Just head over to goldirablueprint.com/exclusive and download your copy. It could save you a lot of time and potential headaches down the road.
Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to making informed financial decisions. This checklist empowers you to do just that.
Well, I think we've covered just about everything there is to know about American Hartford Gold in this deep dive. They seem to be a solid option for anyone looking to incorporate gold into their retirement portfolio.
I agree. We've examined them from every angle, analyzed their offerings, and explored the potential benefits and risks. Now it's up to our listeners to decide if American Hartford Gold aligns with their individual needs and investment goals.
And remember, we're here to support you on that journey. Don't hesitate to revisit this episode. Download that free checklist. And reach out to American Hartford Gold if you have any questions. They seem to be a company that prioritizes customer education and transparency, which is always a good sign.
Thank you for guiding us through this deep dive. It's always a pleasure to explore the nuances of investing and help people make sense of the financial landscape.
The pleasure is all mine. And to all of you listening, thank you for joining us on this episode of the Gold IRA Blueprint. We hope you found it informative, insightful, and empowering. Remember, knowledge is your most valuable asset when it comes to securing your financial future. Keep learning, keep asking questions, and never stop exploring ways to grow and protect your wealth. And for those of you ready to take the next step in your Gold IRA journey, don't forget to grab that free checklist at goldirablueprint.com, factor exclusive. It's packed with valuable guidance to help you choose the right company for your needs. Until next time, happy investing.